Next, we're going to go over the MMI system really quick. Technically, there's two parts of the system. The hard keys are going to be on the outside, and then the soft keys are going to surround this multimedia knob, as we call it here. These four sections are going to control your navigation, your Bluetooth for your telephone, your entertainment, and then also some of the setup options for the tone, for the sound, and then the car setup. These four corners here are going to control the four corners on the screen, and they will change depending on which one you're on. So for instance, I'm on FM radio right now. If I want to change the band, if I want to go to Sirius radio or AM, band is in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to hit the upper right hand soft key here. That red light will go on. It'll also indicate here on the screen that we're on that upper right hand soft key. Then what you're going to want to do is take the selector knob, either turn it left or right. Left will go down, right will go up, and it will change on the screen. If I'm on FM and I want to go to Sirius, push down and push down the little black knob in between. It'll change over to whatever selection you have. Same thing with selecting stations, so on and so forth. Your navigation, once you're in your main navigation screen, once you hit the nav button here, you'll come up with the map on the screen. You'll notice where it says destination in the bottom left hand corner. If you hit the bottom left hand soft key button, you can enter in the destination on here. You have a couple different ways to do it. Now address is going to be your easiest way. So what you're going to do is hit the selector on the address button, and then you have a couple different options here. Of course, it's always going to default to USA. Then you're going to want to enter the city or the zip. You can do it by either zip code or the city. So we could type it in, say for instance we'll go to Hearst. And I'll pull up options for you here, and then you can go ahead and select it. You can add a street. Same thing, whatever you'd like, or you can just pull from a list in case you're not sure. Say we'll go to Aspen Court, and then you can enter a house number. Sometimes the vehicle will recognize the first number of the street. This is already recognizing a 7. Now I'm just going to input 713 and hit OK. The next one you're going to want to do is hit the Start Route Guidance button.
Your route is being calculated. Your destination is in the indicated direction.
It's going to give you two different directions here, of course, on your main screen, and then also your route's going to be highlighted in blue, and you can zoom in and zoom out by turning that selector knob to the left or to the right. You can see where it says 100 yards, 200 yards, so on and so forth. Then also in the main part of your display screen, it'll actually show you where to turn, when to turn, the time, and approach time. Right now, of course, we're inside, so it's not picking up too much of a satellite signal. Once you're out on the road and you start going, you'll actually have the road display on here, which is really nice. That way, in case if you want to change the radio station on here, you still have the display for your navigation, of course, and the voice while you're driving, which is nice. And of course, to cancel that, just kind of go back into where you were before, and you can cancel that. Radio and media, these are going to be pretty easy here. Radio, we went over that with the band and whatnot, and then media is going to go through your iPod hookup or your Bluetooth audio, whatever you'd like to do there, or the CD player in the glove compartment. And then you can hit where it says source in the upper right hand corner. Again, hit that upper right hand soft key, and you can choose which one you'd like there. You do have a hard drive built into the car. That's where it says jukebox. You can download music off your SD card or a burned certain type of CD on there. It will show you in your owner's manual what type that is as well. That way you don't have to throw a CD in here and do it off your media device. And then there's a couple things down here as well. One thing, of course, hooking up your Bluetooth. When you hit telephone, you can hit search for a new cell phone, but the easiest way to do it is within the first minute that you get in the car, actually turn on your cell phone and turn on the Bluetooth, and you'll actually search for a new device on your phone. Then once you search for a new device on your phone, it'll pull up Audi on here on your phone. You're going to want to hit connect, and then from then on it'll ask you for a passcode. It's going to be 1234, and then the car will ask you for a passcode as well. It's going to be as well 1234. Should sync right up. That way it's going to pull all your contacts, dialed calls, missed calls in the main screen here. And then also when you hit the mode button on the steering wheel, it'll come up here. You can use this toggle button to scroll up and down, go through your dialed calls, missed calls, so on and so forth. Makes it real easy to do. And then of course you could also do it by voice. Call home, call, work, whatever you'd like to do, it'll pick it straight up from your cell phone. The volume buttons going to be on the right hand side for the steering wheel. The left is going to be, depending on which screen you're on, you can scroll through different stations for your radio, presets, or like I mentioned earlier, a directory for your cell phone, and so on and so forth. There's a couple of minor things on here too, like for instance your menu, which is just going to bring up the main menu for the car. Might look a little bit different than this screen, but just know that this is pretty much where you can go through the setup of the car in terms of features and options, vehicle settings, lighting, so on and so forth. This you can kind of play around with. You really can't hurt anything while you're in here, so feel free to wander around a bit. Let us know if you have any questions on there. That's mostly pretty good overview of the inside of the car and the features and functions. We're going to go up here really quick to the top too as well in terms of the sunroof and whatnot. The panoramic sunroof is going to be in this position, which is going to be closed. And then you have two options. You can either open the sunroof, which it was just now, or you can vent the sunroof. If you want to vent the sunroof, push up on this tab in the back, and the sunroof will vent open. That way you can keep fresh air circulating through. Or if you want to open it up, just turn it clockwise. It'll have different intervals to where you want to stop the sunroof. If you pull it to about the 11 o'clock position, it'll open and almost fully open, by about 75%, 80%. This is the best, I'd say, percentage being open to decrease wind noise when you're on the highway. If you're driving around the city and you just want to open it all the way up, go ahead and pull it to the 12 o'clock position and hold it for a couple seconds, and it'll pull it all the way back. Next part of that too is you also have the windscreen, or the sunscreen that covers it. You can open and close this either while the sunroof is open or closed. Push it once. This is nice to have because even if you want the fresh air coming through but you don't want the sunlight, you can still close this even while the sunroof is open. That way you got the fresh air circulating through but no sunlight coming through. Then this other one back here is going to be for your rear sunroof. Now this just vents, so technically it's a moonroof. So you can push this. That's going to vent the rear window in the far back. A little red light's going to come on, let you know that it is open. And then also the second row passengers do have the ability to change that as well, right where the lights are right above their head. So they can open and close that. Of course, when it's closed, there's not going to be any red light on. You have your home link here. Programming that is pretty easy. Again, it's going to be in your owner's manual. This switch here is going to control the lights on the inside. Right in the center position, it's going to turn the lights on when there's a door open. That's going to be off at all times. If you're in the car and you lose something and it's dark, all the doors are closed and you turn the lights on, push that button, it turns all the lights on throughout the whole car. Usually people like to put it in that single position there. And of course then you have your map lights. One click on, one click off. And then here's going to be your sunglass holder. That's pretty easy. Your automatic mirror here, automatic dimming mirror. When the green light's on, that means it's on. If you don't want it on, turn it off. That also does control the side mirrors as well. You have a compass built in the upper right hand corner too. Good direction. Other than that, that's about it. If you have any questions, give us a call. Let us know. We'd be more happy to help you out.